Hey guys, what's up? In this video, we're talking about 4 different types of event photographs that you will be taking, how to get better at them, and when to ask which ones you need to be taking. So let's jump in with the first one, which is probably the hardest to master, and this is the Candid. The Candid is one where you're shooting somebody without them knowing that you're there. You're catching them in a moment. You're trying to make it look like they're having a good time or they're having an emotional moment. You're telling the story based on what their actions are. If you're using an on-camera flash, this will be harder to be undetected for very long, so make sure you're kind of sneaking up. I did have a client or a couple of clients in the past ask for only Candids in an event, and that's fine. It's just a style that he wanted. He didn't want any posed. I'll get into the shot list and how to ask for what your client's needs are later in this video, but shooting Candids, you're gonna have to shoot a lot of outtakes. Practice by kind of walking around, get people comfortable with your presence in the room, first of all, so that way they're not shocked when you're coming over. I think at one event I logged on my Apple Watch, I walked 6 miles. So I did a lot of laps around the party. You start to become background for people, which is cool. And then, the second photo that you're gonna be taking, and that's the pose photo. But the pose photo is just when you either ask somebody for a photo and then you just shoot their portrait. It's either 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter how many people there are, but they're standing, they're looking at your lens. These types of photos require little to no direction, but be aware that you should tell people to move around. If the height is off, if it's like the shortest person in the middle, or if the composition just doesn't look right to you, don't be afraid to step in and direct people where to go, or if you want people to take off all their sunglasses or get rid of their drinks in their hand so that it doesn't look like it's just a branded party. Those are the directional things that you might need to do. A second type of pose photo is one that you're completely setting up, like if you're shooting a wedding and you have to shoot all the family members. That's a complete different type of pose photo, but that's one that you'll probably need to have a lot more direction, telling people where to move their limbs, where to stand. You'll have to be more specific. And if you're not comfortable directing these type of shots, my advice to you would be just to go on Google, look up pose photos, look up whatever type of event that you're shooting, whether it be a baby shower or, wedding, whatever. Just look up some examples of work that other people have done and just make a folder, put it in your phone, and then if you get stuck or you need some inspiration on the spot because there's a lot going on in an event, it's nice just to have that to reference on the spot. The fourth type of shot that you'll need to get is the establishing shot. So this isn't 1 or 2 or 3 people close up. This is just the venue, maybe go outside and shoot the signage. As long as what you're shooting makes it look good, then, take a photo of it just so that you can see the scope of the party. If it's packed and there's lots of people, just take a wide shot. A lot of the party promoters love these shots because it just shows that they know how to throw a packed event. So this just gives you a sense of where you are in space, how many people were there, what, show the vibe. So the final one that you'll need to be aware of, this is one that I overlooked many, many times, and that's the detail shots. So if you're shooting a party where there's floral arrangements or place settings or little details, gift bags, if it's a sponsored event, there's sponsors' products that need to be shot. Getting in and getting those detailed shots, being aware of them. I typically will do the detail shots at the very beginning before the guests arrive if I'm actually scheduled to be there at that time. If not, I just pull a few of the arrangements or the gift bags or whatever it is and just do a quick flat lay or Another way to shoot a product is just having someone from the party hold it in their hand and then shoot a focus shot on the product, not on the person. Or have someone interact with the product. If it's a drink it. I did have an event where I was hired to shoot the cocktails because there were signature cocktails for this party. So I know when you're thinking event photography, you're thinking that you're just shooting people attending the event. There's a lot more things to think about, and the more you get familiar with those things, the easier it will be for you to navigate your event. So now let's talk about the shot list or the questions to ask your client that's hiring you. So I know there is a ton of different style events. There's weddings, there's parties, there's kids events, there's engagements, there's proposals, there's like, it just keeps going on. And chances are you're gonna fit into one category. But the thing that you wanna think about is just, what are the details that I need to get? What do you want me to capture? Because the people that wanted me to do candids only, they just wanted to show that they can throw a really fun party and people are having a great time. They didn't care to show a detailed shot of their face or looking into camera shot. They just wanted to promote fun and happiness. So asking for a shot list, and then depends on who's organizing the parties. Sometimes if it's just a really small event, they might not be that organized to provide a shot list for you. So you just have to ask certain questions like, is there a sponsor? What's the run of show? Do you have a plan? What's your plan? When do I have to be in a place at a certain time? Because, you know, if there is a speech or something that you need to be present for, and you know it's going to be at a certain time, you should definitely be close to the stage or close to the microphones. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you are shooting events, or if you're thinking about it, just get out there, practice. I have a beginner's guide on event photography. I'll link it in the description below.